Hey everyone, Jon Roberts here from PTZOptics, and today we're going to be talking about Hive Studio. Now, if you don't know what Hive Studio is our awesome camera control platform that allows for remote and local control. And a lot of people don't know about Hive Studio's awesome cinematic control tools. So, of course, you can use your SuperJoy hardware controller to integrate directly into this software and control your cameras remotely or locally on that network. But you can also use these incredible cinematic tools that come directly built into the software. And all you need is a mouse. So let's jump over and look at first the close-up of what these tools look like in the software. So first, here we are in our studio. I want to show off the Move tool. And then next to the Move tool, we have the Click to Center. And then we have the Fast Frame tool here as well. And then the Joystick tool that we're currently selected. So if I go back to the fast frame, if you click the drop down, you'll see there's two different modes. And that's the same for the click to center as well. There's a cine center and there's a cine frame. Now you might be asking what the cinematic term means. Well, that's going to basically reduce your pan, tilt, and zoom speeds to be more cinematic. So smooth them down, make them a little more precise. And with the help of motion sync, we're going to combine those movements together to lead to really cinematic movements. Alrighty, so let's take a little step back here. So we're going to jump back out and we're going to look at our software here directly as a whole. And now we're going to try out some of these tools. So let's go back to the Move tool. So currently I'm about 30 minutes away from our studio, controlling this on a completely separate network with very, very low latency. And you'll see with the Move tool, it's essentially where you click and where you drag. So we're having a little photo set up here, and I can move across our studio. The faster you move, the faster your camera will move as well. And this is going to be for those real fine adjustments, those real fine movements. Maybe you just want the camera to slowly pan across a stage or slowly even zoom in. So if you have a mouse, you can just run your finger across the wheel. Or even like a Mac mouse where there's no wheel, you can just roll your finger back. And it creates very smooth, very, very cinematic movements, just like that with a click of a button. So gone are the days where you're struggling and you're tapping your hand over a joystick and you're trying to make it look as cinematic as possible. Well, with just one finger, I'm slowly zooming into exactly where I want my camera to go. And that's the power of the Move tool. It's great to kind of jump in, make finer movements, or you can feel like you're, right behind a tripod and you have your hand on the arm of that tripod. Now let's jump over to the joystick because it's similar in that way, right? Where you click and you hold and it moves in that direction that you want to move in. So you'll see it's at 7%. If I drag a little bit further, the faster it goes all the way up to 100% where you'll be moving at your fastest settings. So you might say, ooh, that's fast, but maybe I want faster. Maybe I want to move that down a little bit. Well, you also have your pan and tilt speeds here over in the control tab on the right side. So you might want to drop down your settings. You can even drop this all the way down to like a 1% if you want to. And that will effectively change how fast your joystick is moving as well. So even at 100% here, I'm moving very, very slow, as you can see. It's not going to be as fast and as speedy as if I was at the 100% speed settings for pan and tilting. Alrighty, so let's look at my favorite tools here. So I'm going to bring our camera all the way back to a home position, move it over to the stage here very slowly. My favorite tools that we have are these two. So we have the click to center and the fast frame or the cinematic fast frame. So let's do the fast frame. Basically, the way this works is you can zoom in and out on the wheel on your mouse, and you can adjust the frame size exactly how you want it. Double click, it'll highlight that area and zoom in, pan, and tilt to exactly where you're looking to frame. This makes it really easy to just, click on a performer, click on an object in the room, and just go exactly to that exact frame that you just set. So if I want to zoom into the PTZ on our logo, I can do that by just quickly clicking and pulling out just like that. Alrighty, so let's switch to another camera and I'll show you what this looks like if we are in the cinematic version. So just like I said, this is going to slow your settings down. I'm going to pick my frame here on this LinkedIn pillow. I'm going to double click, and you'll just see how much smoother and slower those settings are. It's pulling in and reducing your settings to be what we call a little more cinematic, right? So let's jump back to another frame here. I'll pull back to my home, and then I'll show you simply the click to center. This is very straightforward. As soon as you click into a location, it's going to center the camera to that location. So if I want to center the object here in the center of the room, I'll do that by clicking right in the frame of the preview. And then here is our click to center. So much like what we were discussing on the fast frame, wherever you click, this is now going to be cinematically moving. All right, so if I click over, you'll see it slowly moving to that location. If I want to frame over to the PTZ logo there in the right corner, I can click and it'll move to that direction. Alrighty, so those are 4 awesome cinematic tools that are baked right into Hive Studio. So you might be asking, well, where do I find Hive Studio? How do I access this? And how much does it cost? Well, the coolest thing about Hive is that it's free. You can use any PTZ camera and integrate that in via RTSP or NDI, and it's free for one camera. So you can go to PTZOptics.com/Hive to learn more. And we'll see you guys very soon. Happy New Year, and tune in to our live show on the 28th at the end of the month, because we have a lot new coming for you guys this year. We can't wait to share what we have. See you soon.